Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using The Gilded Tarot by Cyril Marchetti. There is a companion book by Barbara Moore. I want to say it's there. Yep. The website, llewellyn.com, which if you freeze frame, if you need to see that. Supportive Oracle Cards, Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. There's the spelling of her name. Illustrated by Jesse Reish. There is an actual, I don't know if I've noticed it before, I don't recall ever noticing it, but there is a website, I can get it there, hayhouse.com. I don't know if I've ever noticed it before, but I notice it now, so there you go. What do we have for Leo? This is like, something feels very spaced out. Like I think it's dragging on. It's dragging on. It's taking a long time. I feel like I'm impatient with it. You got a lot of fire on your side. Leo's a fire sign anyway. Eventually, like, I feel like I have to start with the end. I don't know why. Eventually, it balances out and you have more control and the things finally go where they're supposed to. Taking forever and a day to get there, though. Taking forever and a day to get there. I want to move fast. And they're addressing this too. You want to move fast, you want to get it done. I don't think that's, like, I don't see that, like, shocking information in any sense. You're ready to change. You're ready to go into the next phase. You're ready for things to move forward. It's taking forever. The aggravation is purposeful is what I'm also getting. So you're building this next section of your life. It's taking a while for it to form correctly. Go slowly. I think that's hard to say. Whatever this is, it's a new phase in your life. For some of you, I do see a house, but it's a very small house, I'm noticing, so I'm kind of like curious what that actually is, because it seems very small, like almost like a 2-bedroom, 1-story house, very small. I don't know why I'm seeing that, but there you go. Let this go slow. Distract yourself with other things. And I feel like that's the beginning advice here. Like this, if this goes slow, it will get up to speed. It will go a lot better. It will get to a point where you're happy with it. It will get to a point where you have more control. It's just, I think that's why we started with the ending again. This situation has potential to be exactly what you want it to be down the road, which seems interesting to me. But once it's up to speed, it'll be great. It's taking a long time for it to come together. It reminds me of like, I use a lot of cooking analogies anyway. I don't know if you can really count this as that, but like tomato plants. It seems like getting them to grow, getting them to get them to the point where they can actually produce tomatoes takes a while. To me, it seems like it takes a while. It's a few months, but still. But once they're there, there's tomatoes. You have constant tomatoes all over the place. There's tomatoes, 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 tomatoes. So many tomatoes, you're like, I don't know what I'm going to do with them all. I feel like this is very similar to that. Like it's taking forever for this to grow, to germinate, to become a healthy plant. And then when it finally starts producing tomatoes, it's like you have tomatoes everywhere and you love it. That I feel like that's what this is like, very much like. It's something that has to have a lot of care and it has to create its own environment very slowly. And once it does, though, it gets very secure and it's very stable and it's very bountiful. But it's whatever this is, it's a slow grower. Slow growing until it finally gets to its maturity state, and then it's exactly what you're looking for, which I find very interesting for Leo. But I feel like this will work out for you. The way this connects in, this will work out very well. It's also like, I'm getting the devil with the moon for you, though. It's kind of like, but will it? I feel like your energy is like, yeah, but will it? Will it really? I do feel like it will. There's a lot of good coming in here. You want to believe in it, but part of you is like, yeah, but can I? I don't want to just like stagnate here. I hate doing that. I don't want to just stagnate and just feel like I'm doing nothing different, that I'm not really going anywhere. I do feel like the key to this is to distract yourself with other things, other plans. Give this time to germinate. It's kind of like, again, with the tomato plant thing. It's kind of like, for me, I get involved in other projects. I do this, I do that. Once or twice a week, I'd go out there and check on the plant. And, if it's not raining enough, give it some water. You know what I mean? Make sure, like, you cut off the dead pieces if part of it died off. Make decisions, put some plant food on it if you need to. All that good stuff. Aerate. I can't say the word right. You fluff up the soil. Whatever. Aerate. I can't say it. Aerate the soil. I don't know if that's right. Anyway, distract yourself with other things. There's a lot of good coming here. And you do seem to have a lot more control later, because there's a very positive energy towards you in this situation. Like, whatever, if you're dealing with a person, whoever you're dealing with really likes you, really thinks you're a positive energy, really enjoys your energy. I feel like even though you may be impatient with it, you do keep that to yourself probably. And they don't realize that you kind of want it to go a bit faster. You seem to have enough, control where they don't know that you're like, forever today with you. You feel that way, but you're not conveying that energy, which is interesting for Leo, because it seems like you guys usually, kind of reminds me of Aries, like your face says a lot. I could be wrong, but like if you're not really happy, but you seem to be keeping that back where they don't realize that you're kind of like, I am waiting forever for you, forever. Like you're holding it back in some respect, and they're not really catching on to it. I mean, I guess if you're conscious of that, that's true. Because I feel like they're reminding me, like Aries does this too. Like if you're not paying attention, your face can tell the whole story. But if you're aware, like, okay, I gotta think about this because my face will give away what I'm really thinking, and you're conscious of that, like, okay, I gotta keep it together. I gotta smile. It's great. No, wonderful. Like if you're conscious of your face, giving you away what you're really thinking, you can then deal with that as you need to. And I feel like if you don't want this person to know you're impatient, you're feeling very impatient with it, like I just want this done, you're like, that's not appropriate, I can't do that here. And you're conscious of your facial gestures, you will curtail that. But I feel like the catch-22 is as long as you're aware of it. If you're on point and you're realizing I'm doing that. Good things are coming. It's all about waiting it out. A whole new phase will come in if you hold on for the travel. If you stick around for the trip, you'll go into this whole new phase. I don't feel like this is a guaranteed switch. I don't think this is a guaranteed shift. You have to be present. You have to be accounted for. You have to be on the train, get to the destination, then the world changes. Then justice goes in your favor. You have a lot more control, but it's not till you get off the train. You have to wait for the trip to get there, the trip to end, the trip to finalize, the trip to get to its end point. Destination. You got to wait for the trip to get to its destination. Wow, the brain is just not... Nope, just not going to help me with the words today. Whoever was going slower before or during the creation of the situation, whoever you were waiting for and was taking a while, they seem to just follow your lead after this. They got the Page of Pentacles with healing and fertility. Once this hits that moment of fruition, you hit the destination and things are at their bountiful moment, they seem more like they don't want to be the lead anymore. I don't know if they were before or whatever. They get up to speed. The fertility is there, the healing is there, and the Page of Pentacles is all coming in. But it's kind of like they're sick of being the Page of Pentacles. They feel like they just got something where it needed to be. They built it to where it had to be. They did it the way they felt like they needed to get done. It seems like there's still that same type of person, but they want they want things to be better, and they feel like you're the key to making things better, so they're going to follow your lead. They're going to ask you a lot of questions and follow your lead, but there's a lot coming in here. Like the fact that the Queen of Pentacles is willing to follow your lead is something. Because I feel like they're saying this person will hold the situation together, will hold the stability, very open to what you want to do, but there's going to be a line where, you know, they won't let things get too reckless, but this also seems to just ensure your bounty, ensure your abundance, ensure your prosperity. Up until it gets to that point, though, like, I feel like this is another thing. Up until it gets to the point where we're ready to pick the tomatoes, for example, I think you know what I mean by that. Till the situation gets to its part where it can really start producing what you want, I feel like they're saying you got to pull your energy back and let it just kind of do what it wants to do. Pull your energy back, wait for it to get to the right spot. When it gets to its fruition, that's your time to move forward. That's your time to actually pick the fruit, pick the tomatoes, and make it work out the way it needs to work out and have more control of it. It does seem a little like splotchy until it gets there. Like, it seems like it's hard, but I feel like if you just take your focus away from it, you know what I mean? Take your focus away, focus on other things, give it time to germinate the way it needs to, give it time to grow. When it's at the proper spot, this will be worth it. But I feel like they're also, like, we're coming back to this, like, you have to be there for this to happen. You have to be present the whole time. You don't have to do this. And I feel like for a lot of you, that's the thing. They're just saying, if you stick around, this is worth it, but you can leave if you decide that that's what you're going to do. It's like, well, I feel like that's obvious. You're like, well, yeah, I know I can leave. But they're saying, you won't go into this next phase unless you're present for the situation. Are we good? All right, I think we're good. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.